Hi Scorpio, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So how's everybody doing today? Coming through in the pre-shuffle, and now it is here again. It's interesting. When I did Sagittarius's reading, they started off with these two cards, but in the reverse. I'm looking at the Emperor and the Nine of Cups. Maybe this is related to something that you want to do intuitively. I feel like you're working towards certain things that you want right now. Things that feel important to you, things that you're prioritizing. Things that you even wish to see unfold for yourself. This looks like things that you're developing and cultivating within your personal life. The things that you want, the things that you want to spend time working on. Maybe also how you're spending your time in general. Like, what activities do you want to be focusing on? How do you want to spend your time when you have personal time? You may be having a moment where you're recognizing that there's something that you want, but in order to secure this, there's something else that you have to walk away from, and you're about to make a decision related to that. So maybe also knowing that there's going to be some type of compromise or move that you have to make if you want to secure something you're trying to secure. Very interesting. So I'm seeing the Queen of Cups, and I'm seeing a message being sent to someone. Let's go over the signs. I'm looking at Aries, Libra, Taurus, Virgo. Remember, energies can always be reversed. We're just going to stick with one narrative so as not to make it confusing. And if it fits for you, you can switch it. So it looks like somebody that is experiencing romantic feelings, even, we can say, wants to deliver a message to someone else, and they're trying to figure out if this is right. Because it seems like someone is already pretty sure about how they feel, but there's a sense of figuring out maybe how they want to go about saying this. Maybe also wondering if someone has the same like values as they do. So maybe that's coming into question. It's like, maybe, does this person have a similar background to me, or is it different? Like, would it be able to work with this person if we are coming from different places? Is this something that would align? Like, is it right for me to reach out to this person as well? Do I want to say something? I'm seeing a lot of reflection that's happening. So it's like, first the feelings are felt, then like the words are being developed related to a message, and then there's more thinking about this even. And maybe even being like, maybe I won't do that. Interesting. Whoever the person is that wants to send a message to someone, there's a notion here of actually kind of even figuring out what you want to say and then like not saying something. This is kind of what it looks like. Maybe you feel like there's something with the timing, though. If you're the one receiving a message, Scorpio, this person has definitely had their eye on you. So whether or not they say something, they want to say something. Like, this is part of their wish fulfillment. It's almost like, sorry, we are switching the narrative again. What I'm seeing is that the person that wants to send the message definitely has feelings for you, definitely romantic feelings for you, definitely has been watching you. Exciting. Somebody stalking Scorpio. So this person has been watching you. Their wish fulfillment is to send a message to you, have some sort of conversation. I'm seeing this would be something romantic, like they would want to talk about their feelings, but they feel conflicted about it. That's interesting. I wonder why they haven't said something yet. Maybe they feel intimidated. I am looking at the Emperor energy here, but this can also be their energy. Like, they may be someone that doesn't let their guard down so easily. However, it's like when you go further within, they seem like an actual, like, pretty sensitive person. Like, maybe more emotional than you'd expect them to be, even. But, like, the people around them may not see them as being like that. So this may be a little bit different from their usual. This seems like something that's kind of just starting out. I'm seeing 3 out of the 4 pages here. This seems like a very young connection, and by young, I mean like it's just beginning to develop. So this can be someone whose interest is like just peaked by you, and they're still figuring out like if this is gonna work or not. Maybe they're also in a place too where they're like, am I fantasizing about this and it's not really reality based, or is this something that could actually work? It looks like too, whoever the person is that wants to send the message, like you actually communicating is what's going to be helpful here. But doing so in a grounded way. Because I'm seeing something going on where it's like you want to be as in touch and as intuitive as possible when you're formulating and articulating this message. I feel like there's also a need to read your audience as well. So whoever this person is sending the message, it's going to be more helpful for you to gather as much information as possible prior to saying something. So you're familiar with maybe even the motivation of why you want to say something, and also cultivating the message so it actually is interesting. Okay, so sometimes when we reach out to people, what I'm getting is that you're being guided not to be generic in whatever it is that you're saying. You're being guided to like read the room and read the person and say what would be appropriate in relation to like your connection with this individual. So again, I'm getting it like there's for some reason, it's important for this not to be generic, which is just an interesting concept in general. But maybe also this person wouldn't resonate with it if it were. Like, maybe there's some type of connection that needs to be made between you and this person. It's almost like you being as genuine as possible and as authentic as possible is what's going to catch this person's attention. Okay, that makes sense. So it's like coming through with a purpose and being deliberate about it. I'm seeing a lot of thinking energy. It seems like a lot is in development in relation to this. Ooh, the High Priestess. Yeah, what I'm getting is that the more well-versed, the person that's sending the message, the more well-versed you are in relation to who you're talking to, like your audience, so to speak, when it comes to this message that you're sending, the better off you're going to be. You may be communicating with someone that's, I'm hearing both highly sensitive and highly intuitive. Again, remember, energies can always be reversed, Scorpio. This can be someone wanting to reach out to you. Because, I mean, Scorpio is also a very psychic energy, so this can just as easily be you on the receiving end. Also, some of it is out of your hands, too. So for the person that's sending the message, there's a sense of wanting to do it as genuinely as possible. Again, for it not to be generic. It's so funny saying that, but it's coming through like very clearly in the reading. And also to then like send it, and you have to surrender to the situation and what's going to happen, because you can't really choose. Like, you can only do so much, and then it's again out of your hands. I'm looking at Aries, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Neptune, and the moon. This is so interesting. It kind of, what it looks like to me is that whoever the person is that's sending the message, like, you may not have indicated how you feel towards this person, or they may not know that you're interested in the person that's receiving it. I feel like they're kind of in the dark about this, and that they may not necessarily be anticipating this. Because I'm seeing it be almost like there are feelings that are developing, but it may be more so one-sided. It looks like you guys haven't really come into contact yet. So it almost feels kind of like the vibe even of a secret admirer. But you may also be dealing with someone that is like really in touch and really intuitive too. So like in their own way, they may kind of see this coming, but they may not know who it's coming from. Very interesting. Who are you dealing with, Scorpio? Or who's dealing with you? This feels very, very mysterious. It also feels like there's a debate going on related to how this person wants to come through. Like, I'm seeing them kind of go back and forth and be like, I want to show interest, but I also don't want to come across in a way where I'm going to be coming through like the Knight of Wands. Because the Knight of Wands can come through and be like overexcited, but sometimes it can be an ungrounded energy, or it can be too abrasive at times. And it seems like if this person's goal is to actually build a relationship with you, they're going to have to be smart about the way that they come through and talk to you. Like, something would need to be tempered. And maybe that's also what they're trying to manage right now, so they're taken seriously when they come across. Because I'm seeing them, like, even though there are definitely passionate feelings there, there's a sense of wanting to address you in the right way. So you know that this person is like reliable and consistent and they mean what they say. Yeah, I'm seeing like a really, really passionate energy. Someone definitely super attracted to you. It's interesting, the difference that I'm seeing between the last spread and this one is that the last spread there was so much blue and there was so much water. So this is like talking about feelings and developing feelings and what's going on intuitively and what we're picking up on and what we're sensing and just the whole emotional experience that's happening and what we're realizing, what we're consciously recognizing. Now here it seems like there's kind of a shift over more so to like the sexual passionate energy. So someone not only feels like romantically invested, they also definitely find you physically attractive. I'm seeing somebody come through and want to make an offer to you. Let's get further and see. This person wants something lasting, but I'm getting that, ooh. This may be a past life soulmate that's coming through. I'm seeing both the King and the Queen of Wands here, and between them, there's the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, I'm seeing this person want an opportunity with you to actually build and have something stable. They definitely perceive you as being extremely compatible with them. I'm getting a focus on, like, physically feeling that way. Like, definitely physically attracted to you. We saw before that there's definitely an emotional connection here. So I guess we're like covering all bases. There's definitely a physical connection here as well, is what I'm seeing. I'm getting that this person would not be shy about letting this be known either, but I think that they also want to make sure that they're coming through in the right way. So maybe wanting to like ground their energy before they come through and make a move. Again, so it's not like, so it's not too much when they do this. You may also perceive this person when they come through as being I don't know. At first they may come through in like a more sexual energy. Like it could be them hitting on you or something or telling you that they find you attractive. But I'm getting like behind it, they actually do want something long term. With the Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles here. This would be like wanting to build towards stability and stuff. Like wanting to even join finances. Like I'm seeing this be something where this person has intentions of this being long term. Like this doesn't just look like something short term. There's such a question about how this is going to turn out. I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about kind of surrendering to fate and what's going to happen and knowing that you can't be in control of everything. And that you kind of have to wait to see the results of how things are going to turn out. I feel too like the way that this person comes through is absolutely going to affect the outcome of what happens between you and this person. So like the delivery is very, very important, I'm getting. Maybe that's also why all of that like thinking energy was before all of that like introspection in that last spread about this person doing it approaching you in the right way. because I'm seeing that the way that this person approaches you is going to have a big impact on the outcome of this. Know too that if you're the person that's messaging another person, like when you send the message, also give it a second to breathe too. Like, don't immediately, like, if this person doesn't respond right away, they may there may be some delay. You may even have to wait to hear back from them even. I'm kind of seeing that too. Like, I'm seeing your patience even be tested by this. Yeah, again, an emphasis on the way that the offer, the way that the exchange happens. What I'm getting more than anything is about wanting to make sure that the moves that you're making are deliberate right now. It seems like there is a lot of concern when it comes to an interpersonal relationship, a potential interpersonal relationship. Like, I'm seeing this person, yeah, definitely big on relationships. Like, I'm seeing somebody that wants to come through, somebody that's very serious about this, somebody that really feels like there's a connection between the two of you. The only thing that has me feeling a little bit weary about this is that, like, I don't know if you are actually so familiar with this person, because I'm not really seeing an energetic connection or interaction happening. It feels more so like this is someone that likes you, but you're not super familiar with them. I am seeing something surprising about this, about your connection with this person. But maybe it's even a surprise that this offer comes through. It feels also like we're building towards this point as well. Like, there's a sense of slowness and things not really happening, and then all of a sudden something comes through, and it may feel like surprising how this happens. So yeah, it seems like somebody's really going to be taking a chance. But yeah, for whatever reason, it seems like the person that's receiving the message is kind of unsuspecting. As I said before, I'm not seeing like much of a relationship having been developed between you and this person. So just like take things slowly, I suppose. I'm looking at Jupiter, and I'm also looking at Mars here. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.